Hello and welcome back to Asanas and Wellness. My name is Latoya and today I'll be guiding you through a 60-minute yin sequence. For this practice today, we'll need some blocks or something that resembles blocks, such as maybe a thick book or even pillows would work for today, or blankets. And you also will possibly need a blanket, so just have a blanket nearby just in case you need that. Today we're going to be focusing on our spine and hips. All right, so if you're ready, let's get started. So we'll start our practice today in Sukhasana, or easy pose. Maybe crossing your legs the opposite way that you normally would. Sitting with your spine nice and tall. And adjust so that your sits bones are firmly rooted on the mat. And we'll start by taking a few breaths in and out of the nose. Inhaling deep all the way into your belly. And exhale, release. Be elongating through your crown on each inhale. And your shoulders softening with each exhale. If it feels right, close your eyes for just a few moments. And just kind of go within. Send your awareness with your breath. Maybe doing a quick scan. Still observe how you're feeling. What sensations are you feeling internally? Or what emotions are you feeling right now? Without judgment, just observing. On your next inhale, lengthen through your spine. And on the exhale, take a twist to the right, placing your left hand on your right knee, your right hand on the mat behind you. Maybe inhale, lengthen, and exhale. See if you can twist a little deeper. And exhale, returning to center. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, take it to the left. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, go a little deeper. And exhale, release back to center. And if you haven't already, go ahead and open your eyes. And we're going to take a few seated cat-cows here. So with your hands on your knees. On the inhale, you're going to arch your spine, send your gaze up, bringing your chest forward. And on the exhale, rounding through your spine, sending your chin to your chest. And inhale. And exhale. Continue this at your own pace, really going deep into these arches and rounding of the spine. Syncing your breath just at whatever pace feels right for you. And returning to center. Right, so let's find our way to downward facing dog. So from tabletop, curl your toes, move your hands out about 1 inch or so. Press your hips up and back. Walking your heels out, but keeping a generous bend in the knees. Pressing into your fingertips. And then we're going to find a forward fold here. So either walk your feet up and maybe your hands back, or just step up to the front of your mat. However you need to find your forward fold. Making sure that your heels are planted to the mat. Hips up. We grab opposite elbows. And bring your feet as wide as you need to bring them in order for you to feel stable, but also comfortable. So that you can breathe. And keep a generous bend in your knees. We're here for just a minute. Feeling this release in your spine, in the back of your neck. Bringing your fingertips down to the mat. Bring your feet so that your toes are pointed out. Heels in. Slowly sink your hips down for our Yogi squat or Malasana. Feel free to use a block to place under your hips if you need some support there. And with your elbows gently pressing your knees open, palms together, spine straight. Now if your heels are not able to reach the floor completely, right now, then grab your blanket, wedge your blanket up under your heels so that the blanket will kind of catch you and bring the floor up to you. Just slow, deep breaths. Maybe close your eyes and just focus your awareness internally. Bring your hands out in front of you, your fingertips to the mat. Come forward out of the pose, and we're going to go straight down to our bellies for Sphinx Pose. So with your legs about hip distance wide, bring your elbows under your shoulders, pressing down into your forearms, pulling your chest forward. Maybe gaze tilt your head so that your gaze is kind of facing down toward the top of your mat so that you won't feel any pressure in the back of your neck. But if this pose is too intense, just walk your elbows out a bit to the degree that feels right for you. Once you've found your edge, found your stillness, go ahead and close your eyes. Just focusing on your breath. And slowly coming down, we're going to take a variation of banana pose. So from here, you walk your hands and your chest, your upper body over towards the left side of your mat, placing your forehead down on the back of your hands. Then begin to walk your feet over towards the left as well. And if you need to extend your right arm out, straight out, to kind of help to intensify this pose. Welcoming the stretch down the right side of your body. Slowly returning your feet to center and your upper body, and continue on over towards the right. Then walking your feet over to the right, resting your forehead on the back of your right hand or to the mat. Slowly bringing your feet back and your arms and upper body, and pressing ourselves up. From here we'll find deer pose. So placing your legs so that your left shin is pointed towards the top of your mat. Your right shin is in line with the side of your mat. Nice and tall here. Gently twisting at the waist just a bit. We're not going deep in this twist. And if you like, feel free to walk your hands forward for a forward bend in this pose. Whatever you like today, Yogi's choice. If you like, you can use a block under your left hand if that feels like it would be helpful. So kind of bring the floor up to you a bit. But press your shoulders down away from your ear. All right, now rolling back onto your left hip, swing that right leg around for fire log pose. So you want to be stacking your legs. I'll turn to the front just so that you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And if needed, you can definitely use a block to support that right knee, or to just kind of wedge between the knee and the foot. So whatever feels best. And if you want to go deeper in this pose today, your fingertips to the mat, the straight spine, just fold forward. until you reach your edge. And there's no right or wrong. It's just simply how you feel today. But you do want to make sure that you are finding your edge and challenging yourself. And if you took a forward fold, slowly press yourself back up and remove your right leg and just find deer pose on the right. So bringing that right shin parallel to the top of your mat, your right shin parallel to the edge of your mat. So nice and tall here in deer pose. Taking whatever variation you took on the first side. And if you find that your awareness has wandered off, just gently bring it back. Begin to focus on your breath. Focus on what you're feeling in this moment. And rolling onto your left hip to swing, your right hip to swing your left leg around for your fire log pose. If you took a fold, go ahead and press yourself back up, unraveling, and we're going to find caterpillar pose. So if you need something to kind of elevate your hips, go ahead and grab either your blanket or even sit on a block and extend your legs out in front of you with your knees bent. And inhale, extend through your crown, and exhale, take a passive fold forward. It's allowing your head to hang heavy, maybe placing your thumb and index finger under your calf muscles. Trying to keep your feet straight up. Tucking your chin towards your chest. And we're not doing any type of pulling or tugging here. We're just allowing a passive fold, natural, just a rounding of your spine. And we're here for just a moment. Using your hands to slowly roll back up. And from here, we're going to make our way to a reclined position. So grab your block for bridge pose, a variation of bridge pose, with your block on its first or second height, just depending on how you're feeling today. You want to place the block under your hips, down towards your lower back at your sacrum. Extend your feet out. Extend your arms overhead. Bringing your feet back in, bending your knees. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. I'm going to take a fine bound angle here. And if this is too intense, go ahead and remove the block. And just rest your hips down to the mat. And just allow gravity to gently pull your knees down toward the mat. Bring your hands down. Slowly bring your knees back up to touch. Press into your heels to remove the block under your hips. Extend your right leg straight out. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. And we're going to take a twist over to the right. So maybe lifting and moving your hips over to the left just a bit. That knee up, just send that left knee over towards the right. Use the block here to catch your knee if needed. Whatever height feels the best. You want to try to keep your left shoulder down to the mat. So place the block at whatever height that will allow that shoulder to fully be planted on the mat. Bringing your knee back up. Coming back to center. Now let's extend your left leg out. And pull your right knee in towards your chest. Making any adjustment if needed. And sending that right knee over towards the left. Maybe gazing over towards the right, or feel free to gaze straight up. And coming back to center. And now extending your legs for our final pose, Savasana. Allowing your feet to just fall open, tucking your shoulder blades under. Maybe tilting your head a bit to Point your chin down towards your chest, palms facing up. If it feels right, go ahead and close your eyes or soften your gaze. So a quick check-in with yourself during this time. Maybe observe what feels different from when you first started your practice. And what emotions are you feeling now? Feel free to pause the video and remain in Savasana for as long as you need to. When you're ready, go ahead and begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness to the space around you. You feel the floor or your mat beneath you. Welcome some gentle movement. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. You roll your wrists. Extend your arms overhead for a nice full body stretch. Fingers wide, toes pointed. And exhale, bring it down and roll over to one side. To slowly press yourself up to sitting. You can find Sukhasana if you like. Just sitting with your spine nice and tall. And we'll end our practice today with our palms together at our heart center. And we'll take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. Inhale. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste.